Okay, Washington and Arizona. Oh, there was some breaking news here, I believe, this morning on the Arizona. In fact, has this line moved? It's still 18 and a half and 66. Well, I think the news was something we were, let me see what it was. There definitely has been um, coming out right now, a little bit of breaking news in another game for Toledo. DeQuan Finn, their good quarterback who averages 170 yards a game, 8 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. He's questionable for the game against Northern Illinois. That's Toledo quarterback Finn, questionable for the game against the Huskies. Okay, speaking of Huskies, anyways, here with the game with Washington and Arizona. Uh, Arizona quarterback Delora, he has been downgraded to doubtful. We already know that Wiley, he's doubtful as well. So Arizona dealing with a few issues here. Delora has been, he's got over 1,000 yards so far. Yeah, he has 5 interceptions, but he's definitely chucking it so far, doing a pretty good job for Arizona, and his leg injury has downgraded him to doubtful here against Washington. And I, at 18 and a half, I'm probably, I don't know. Should we get on? It doesn't look like there's been much reaction to the line on that news. Now, Delora's a good quarterback, and I know he is better, but oh, thank you, Daryl. Yeah, I think we're going to prevail eventually. I don't want to say we're not in a con. We're just trying to make sure we get people viewing. I just want people to view. So hey, look, I'm here to handicap the games, make some videos for the Tony's Picks channel, and sell the picks. It's all a continuous cycle. So I have a vested interest in this. I'm not trying to come on here and be Mr. Know-It-All. Just give you what information that I can. I know my style's a little bit different. Um, a lot of market read, a lot of a gut feel, right? Decades of experience, but we've got some pretty solid information to back it up, and I got a pretty good database here, and love a good trend, don't I? Thanks a lot, you guys. Appreciate it. All right, Washington, Arizona here. I'm going to take the Huskies to take care of business in this one. I think they can win it by 3 touchdowns here. Look, this Washington situation is very serious, if you know what I mean. It's no joke. I don't know where these teams are going to go once all these quarterbacks leave. One thing I will say, and Tony doesn't, I don't know, he watches the show. I know he does, not all of it probably, but Tony was saying, what is the Pac-10? Where are they going to be once all these quarterbacks leave? But I said on a show earlier this week that I will contend. Let's see. I'm not putting him to the challenge on this, and I agree. I mean, this group of quarterbacks will be tough to replace, but I think that the inclusion of the Pac-12 teams, or the Pac-10, whatever you want to call them now, but the teams, this will expand their recruiting base. I believe that kind of those woes that the Pac teams suffered because they seemed to be non-inclusive, not included, kind of, right? We always said, well, let's look at the BCS standings. Oh, they're in the Pac. They've got to win the whole thing. Whatever. All those teams are a joke. Maybe and they were accused a lot of times of cannibalism, meaning that Pac-12 teams often knock themselves out. Yeah, bad defense, but quality play too that always resulted in upsets here and there, and it was always going to cost them along the way. The conference might be a little deeper than some of those other big conferences where those other teams are rolling the Vandies of the world and stuff like that. So I think the move east, if you will, for the Pac teams will help their recruiting base because players will be more apt to say, okay, I will go there. There's trips back east. There's the exposure, the money. The money's coming. It's all about that as well. And the exposure will be greater with those conferences and those games. And the game times will probably be pretty messed up, though. But anyways, just want to state my position on that. I think the Pac teams will benefit in the recruiting base Uh, going to be tough to replace those quarterbacks. I do agree with that. Okay, Washington and Arizona here. I will take the Huskies, and you see this total. It's been the massive dropper of the week, probably for good reason. I would think. I think they just got it wrong because Arizona now is going to have a big time problem today, and with Washington on the road, figure Arizona. Maybe they could have a. I'm not saying they'll ever play that wildcat defense from the past, but I certainly think that if Arizona does have some problems scoring because of Washington's legitimate uh, legitimate team on both sides of the ball, and that's why I think you're seeing this massive move here to the under. It opened 74.5 when we did that circa show, and now it is all the way down to 66. It did go as low as 65.5, but um, I would think it's probably going to be under that as well. But we'll see. Don't want to give it away here, but I feel like that's the way it's going to go. The Huskies, uh, dating back even to the last season, they're averaging 43 points a game right now. Penix already has 1,600 yards, and Arizona's given up 44 points in 44 points or more in 5 of their last 12 games. Deloro was the only chance I think they had to get a cover. To me, it seems like. Give me Washington for sure, and get it now. I mean, like I said, I thought the line would move as soon as Delora was out, but it has not. So Washington smashes, I think, here. Okay.